I like to be made to laugh, so I think the sports panel was fantastic. Really funny, quite moving in places. That one really got me.
I think there's been a couple of different highlights actually. Obviously seeing my CEO at the beginning of the day. She's very natural and she's very authentic, and having so many people come up to me during the morning and sort of say, "Oh, you work for Carolyn, you know, how is that? Do you enjoy it?" And it's just great to have so many people who are inspired by Carolyn, which is great. I think the other one was probably that some of it was quite a good laugh. Holmes was really funny, and there are a couple of other people who didn't take things too seriously. It's kind of a combination of being, observant and new and different at the same time as being not taking yourself too seriously, which is kind of the right combination for me.
I think actually just the gathering of people. There have been some phenomenal speakers today, some great insights. I think a whole sort of flurry of ideas that is taking a little while to settle down in my head really definitely got my brain buzzing. But actually it's just been the people who've been here. People I've met before and maybe haven't seen for a while, people I know very well and see regularly, and then a whole bunch of new people I haven't met before. But definitely people who think about leadership, talent, HR on an ongoing basis, and who like to approach it a little bit differently. So just the conversations in between the sessions have been quite thought-provoking, fun, interesting and informative.
I think the bit for me, I'm huge into my sports. So just to have somebody like Clive Woodward, you've got Catherine and those individuals that just shared some of their experiences about what they did. But I think the key thing is how that actually translates into business.
So I think the best thing about the conference for me has been the energy in the room, the kind of questions that were flowing, very engaged and very insightful really, I thought.
I think probably the sports people on the panel. I'm quite a sort of sporty person. I'm really fascinated to hear how they build trust in what they do and how that can be translated back into the workplace. So lots of ideas there that I can sort of take away and think about in my own team.
I think my favourite part of the day is, to be fair, the whole networking opportunity for me. The speakers were fantastic and inspirational, but actually that chance to network, that chance to meet people you haven't met before, for me is really powerful.
My favourite speaker was Alex, and what I really enjoyed about Alex's presentation was, well, A, it was a very creative presentation, which was great and engaging, but B, she drew some really interesting parallels. She didn't spoon feed us. She shared some stories, some examples that meant that you had to kind of work and think it through and work out how would I apply that in my world of work. But I do also believe very strongly in the power of storytelling and the way that the ownership of storytelling has shifted massively in the last few years. So I think she did a great job of helping bring that to life for us.
The best thing about Future Talent 2017 has been the sheer positivity of the energy in the room. It feels intimate, it feels engaging, such positive energy, people wanting to be here, people engaging, people contributing. That is making such a fabulous energy in the room.
It's hard to pinpoint what was like the one thing that stood out for me in terms of the speaker series. I'm always really interested in different industries' perspectives. I think hearing from some of our sports panel, as now I'm referring to them, was always really interesting. The parodies between those two worlds and the things that we can draw from those experiences I think are very important, especially around the position of trust. I think our organisation, as I say, is currently going through huge transformation, and getting inspiration is really important from anywhere, but that really resonated with me at the moment, so it was, really interesting.
Oh gosh, that's a really tough one. I mean, they are such an incredible group. Alain de Botton never fails to stimulate and entertain. I thought Catherine Granger was really, really good, talking about trust in a different way. And really thought-provoking. I also really enjoyed Carolyn McCall I thought was fantastic. I think because I've gone into an organisation where so much of what she said resonated, and actually she made it sound so simple. So it was getting back to some of the basics around what's important that was a real refreshing reminder.